Here we are in Chapter 3, Review 1. Number 1, create a visual chart of all the methods, formulas, and examples from studying how to graph these linear equations. So you're going to make this little chart here, help prepare you for the exam. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections in here. Write the shortcuts for standard form, how to get the x and y intercepts. You should have little graphs in here and write things and circle this and up here and just put a little cheat sheet there on everything you would wish you had on the test, and it will stick in your brain. Create a nice good looking visual chart. It should look good. Now, number 2, fill out the table for each of the following. So here we have the x's and the y's. We're going to stick them in. We're going to start with this guy. We're going to stick it in right there, and we get 2x plus 3 times 4 is 12 equals 4. Subtract 12, we get 2x equals a negative 8. Divide by 2, we get x equals a negative 4. Good. Here we're going to take this and stick the 10 thirds in there. We have 2x plus, let's write that there so we can tell what color we're doing. 2x plus 3 times 10 thirds. If you punch that in, you get 10 equals 4. Subtract that over and you get 2x equals a negative 6. So x equals a negative 3. The next one, let's do this one right here. Now this guy is not going into y, he's going into the x value. So we get 2 times a negative 1 plus 3y equals 4. Add 2 to both sides and we get 3y equals 6. Divide by 3 and we get y equals a 2. The next one. So let's stick a 2 in for x and we get 4 plus 3y equals 4. Subtract the 4 and we get 3y equals 0. We get y equals 0. Hey look, we just inadvertently found where y is 0. That's the x-intercept right there. Make a note of that. That's all right. X-intercept. And stick negative 2 in for y and we get 2x minus 6 equals 4. Add 6 to both sides and we get 2x equals 10. Divide by 2 and we get x equals 5. Okay, number 3. Stick in negative 40 for x. So we get 9 times negative 40, that's negative 360, minus 5y equals negative 160. Add 360 to both sides and we get negative 5y equals a positive 200. Divide both sides by negative 5 and we get y is a negative 40. Oh, look at that. Those two match up. Negative 40, negative 40. Now we're going to do the next one. We're going to stick 32 in for y right there. So we get 9x minus 5 times 32. That's minus 160 equals negative 160. 9x equals, oh, that looks like 0. Adding 160 to both sides. So x equals 0. Look, we just found the y-intercept. Next one, y, 71.78. So we get 9x minus 5 times 71.78. Punch that in your calculator and you get 358.9 equals negative 160. So add 358.9 over to the other side to get 198.9. Now divide both sides by 9 and we end up with 22.1 is what x is. Good. Now let's stick x in as 90. Or 90 in for x. We get 810 minus 5y equals negative 160. Subtract 810 from both sides and we get negative 5y equals negative 970. And then we divide by a negative 5 and we get y equals 194. So let's write that in there. Good deal. And the final one, let's do 212 in for y. 212 goes up here and we have 9x minus 1060, right? 212 times 5 equals negative 160. Add 1060 to both sides and we get 9x equals 900. Divide both sides by 9 and we get x equals 100. Now wait a minute. Here I think you are able to witness a little bit of, shall we say, sense of humor of somebody who made this problem for you guys to do. I started recognizing it. 0 in one column is 32 in the same. 100 here, 212. Do you see these things? They have actually written the relationship between the x value is Celsius. Kind of funny there, Celsius. And that guy is Fahrenheit. If you are familiar with those formulas, if we were to solve for y, we would subtract 9x. I just need to do this down here really quick. 9x minus 5y equals negative 160. Subtract 9x over, and I get negative 5y equals negative 9x minus 160. Divide both sides by negative 5, and I get y equals a positive 9/5 x plus 32. And if you recall, I don't know if you will, but if you were to put an F right here and a C right there, this is the formula to transfer Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. So kind of an interesting thing here. Both Fahrenheit and Celsius hit negative 40 at the exact same time. But yeah, there's 100 degrees Celsius, that's boiling water. There's freezing water with no salt or anything mixed in. Okay, that was funny on the person that made that. Good.